Hi everyone, it's James here. Welcome to another video. This is going to be my second entry for Steve Carlson's 1000 subs contest. So just to be clear, Steve, I'm not angling for a second name in the hat. I just decided I wanted to do a second entry and take a different slant on it. And I also wanted to talk a bit about Steve as well and give a proper plug for his channel. So the first entry I did, it was early in the morning, and I must admit I've been racking my brains for about 2 weeks trying to think of an angle on Steve's contest, because Steve wanted us to show 5+ go-to albums. And I've been racking my brains trying to think of an angle on it, trying to define what I thought of as being a go-to album, and in the end I couldn't think of a way of doing it, and in the end I just pulled 22 records off the shelf, which, you know, over the years have been go-to records for me, but I wanted to do something a bit more focused, and also I don't really feel like I gave Steve a proper plug in that contest entry, so I'll do that now, and then I'll move on to my grand concept, which I finally hit on last night. So just a quick word about Steve. I mean, I said this in my first entry, I'm sure people don't need me to introduce Steve to them. He's one of the biggest channels on the vinyl community. He's been around for a while now, a couple of years I think, and he's just one of the biggest personalities that we have. His Sunday morning show never ceases to amaze me. The fact that he can prise himself out of bed at 3 o'clock in the morning every week and just do that amazing show for us, full of such bonhomie and just amazing level of knowledge and enthusiasm, and he's just like an engine, never stops. Vast taste in music, and just one of the nicest people on the vinyl community. You know, he watches so many videos and comments, and he's been very supportive of me, and he's sent me some lovely vinyl gifts. And so I just wanted to say a proper shout out to Steve and to congratulate him on his 1000 subs. Very well deserved, and I'm sure it won't be long before he gets to his 2000 mark. For a start, I wanted to show only 5 records. I thought it was a cop-out before that I showed 22, even though Steve had not said it had to be 5, he said at least 5, but I showed 22, and afterwards I thought I wish I'd have been able to think of a way of narrowing it down and showing the 5. Now, I've watched a few other people making videos for this, and it's been really interesting. Also, I've read the comments that I got on my video, and just got thinking about this concept of what is a go-to album. And I know 1 or 2 people have said, I think Doug at Fat City Vinyl said, you know, we had a conversation about it, that a lot of our time as record collectors is spent listening to new stuff into the collection, you know, trying to get on top of our inbox. And that's certainly true for me. I don't get that much time to listen to records. Most of the time I spend listening to music in the evenings is on CD, because my record player is in here in the living room, and my son uses the living room in the evening for his PlayStation activity. So I go in the office and I listen to CDs, and I listen to my iPod as well, you know, when I'm out and about. So most of my record listening takes place during the day on a Thursday and on a Friday, and I spend most of that time listening to new records that are into the collection, trying to get on top of my inbox. So I got thinking about the 22 records that I showed, and, you know, most of them were things that have been go-to records for me over the years, and quite a few of them were things I do listen to on CD or on iPod, and the things that I've had on CD for years and years, and I've since bought on vinyl. You know, because there's this kind of mad thing where even though you own the record already on CD, you, just for some strange reason, you have to own it on record as well. It's a habit I've been trying to get myself out of, but I still do it. But then I got thinking then, hang on a minute, there is a smaller subcategory of records which I already own on vinyl, and then I buy them on CD. And I was thinking, well, why do I do that? And then I thought, well, the reason for that is it's not enough just to own them on record. I want them on CD so I can go to them more easily. Because, you know, like I said, I can listen to CDs in the evening. I've got more time, more space to listen to CDs. I can rip them, I can listen to them on MP3. So I thought, right, that's it. That's the concept I've been after. A go-to record. It's such a go-to record. It's not enough to own it on record. You have to have it on CD as well, so you can listen to it more. You can listen to it in the car. You can listen to it when you're out walking. You can listen to it when you can't get to your record player. So I thought, right, There we go, bingo, I've done it, I've thought of the idea. So I'm going to show 5. I'm not going to spend too long talking about them, I don't want the video to be too long, but these are 5 records which I've owned on record for a long time and subsequently bought the CD in order to enjoy the music in a different environment. Okay, so the first one is ABBA Arrival, and yeah, classic album. Dancing Queen is on here, Knowing Me, Knowing You, Money, 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 just one of the great pop albums of all time. Just decided, I must confess, I didn't just buy that album on CD a while ago, I actually bought all the ABBA albums on CD. I found them all in Oxfam across maybe 2 days, so I just picked them all up. I just need ABBA, you know. Next one is Elvis Costello and the Attractions. This is Imperial Bedroom. And this is one of those records which it's incredibly dense and detailed. It's got a big ornate production by Geoff Emerick. You know, the songs are really complex. It's very complex musically and lyrically. And last year I decided I was sick and tired of only hearing this album once, you know, once every blue moon. I wanted to get it on CD, I wanted to get it on the iPod, so I bought the CD. And the Costello CDs are actually rather nice. They come with this little strip here, and I've been buying quite a few of them, but I thought I would show that one. Great album, so pleased to finally have it on CD. Now I can listen to it wherever I am. Okay, next one is a record I've had in the collection for many years. It's a great favourite of mine. This is Todd Rundgren and Something Anything, with the rather splendiferous gatefold jacket picture showing him in his home studio. I bought this years ago, and we used to live in a house where we had 2 living rooms. We actually we had a living room in the basement and we lived there, you know, I mean that was our main living space, but then upstairs we had another front room, and I had my record player set up in there, but we only lived in that house for 1 year, and I've got great memories that year of listening to this record in this special room that I had. And then we had to move out of that house and we moved into the house that we have now, and I no longer had 2 living rooms. So at some point, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, I just found myself missing this record. I wanted to hear it in the car, I wanted to hear it, you know, when I was out and about. So I picked up the CD from Oxfam for the grand total of £4.99. Todd Rundgren. This next one is just been in my collection for years. It's a favourite album of mine. It is Graham Parker, Squeezing Out Sparks, and no particular reason for this. I was just listening to it one day and I just thought, God, that's a great album. I just love all the songs on it. I want to have it on CD and I want to get it on the iPod, so that's exactly what I did. And the last one, I need to make a video on these guys because I keep picking up their records. This is Status Quo and this is On The Level, and I've had this in the collection for years and years, I don't know how many years. Wonderful gatefold on it. And this record has Down Down on it, which is one of the great all-time driving, you know, pile driving rock songs. It's also got, it's got some great tracks on it. Night Ride, Broken Man, which is quite a kind of melancholy song really. I Saw the Light. It's just one of the great kind of early Quo albums from 1974, and I just thought, right, that's it. I just want it in my life, you know, on a day-to-day basis. I don't want to be waiting to get to the record player to listen to it, so I picked it up on CD. There we go, 5 records, 5 CDs, and I'm happy now because I feel like I've done justice to the contest. And I also just want to say again, thanks Steve for being there for all of us. Keep doing a great work on the vinyl community, and I'm sure you'll be there for a long time to come. Okay folks, take care, see you all soon, bye bye.